Hi, I'm Patrick Phillip. This is Effective Martial Arts. In this lesson, a quick and powerful ab workout routine with 5 specific exercises that are really going to help your grappling skills. Alright, so quick preview of the 5 exercises first, and then I'm going to go into more detail for each one. So first exercise, banana rocking. Here, keeping the body round and rocking on the lower back only, not on the bum and not on the upper back. The slower the better. Number 2, guard seals, getting your knees to your shoulders, like so, and allowing no space. Open and bring it in, knees to the shoulders. Force it in, hold it for 3 to 5 seconds. Again, guard seals. We can also do that unilaterally, so on one side only at a time, foot on the ground, boom, knee to the shoulder, leg can be bent or flaring out, and then the other side, same thing, knee to the shoulder, knee to the shoulder, and so on. Number 3 is the candle, so starting extended, elbows on the ground, feet to the sky, and slowly down, like so. Candle up with power, slow on the way down. Number 4 is the hip switch, so getting the hips in the air, twisting, and slowly down. Put your hands on the ground for this one, for more stability. Controlling the descent, and twisting far is the most important part of this drill. And number 5, windshield wiper twist. So getting the foot nice and far on both sides, accelerating, stabilizing with the hands, and breathing out on both sides, working the obliques. Alright, so now let's go into more detail for each one, starting with banana rocking, like so. So you can do this one for about 45 seconds to a minute. The most important thing here is we want to create a lower back that is round. That's a super important skill for grappling, ground fighting. You want to be able to have a round back because this will allow you to spin easily on the ground on both sides and rock and roll so that you're mobile on the ground and you're able to move. So that's building a strong core. So it's very simple, starting laying flat on the ground. Harder variation is with the arm extended. A little bit easier would be to bring the arms here. So you just get the bum off the ground and start rocking on your lower back. If you can keep it on the lower back, you don't want to go too far and go up on the bum. You don't want to go too far and rock up on the shoulder. You just keep it on the lower back and you keep those abs squeezed like you're trying to press your lower back into the mat. And if you can keep it slow, it's a little bit harder. This, hands on top, a little bit harder. Do it until you feel a good burn in the lower abs and you feel a good workout. And this will get your lower abs really strong. Very important skill for ground fighting and grappling. A little easier variation if you're having trouble with this one. Some people have trouble making a round lower back, so it's going to look a little bit choppy, kind of like this, like your back is flat and stopping you. So in this case, you just want to practice getting your hips off the ground, just like that. So sometimes you just go in little movements, breathing out every time you get your bum off the ground. Okay, this will work the lower abs. So keep on working that one, different variations depending on where you're at in your progression. Okay, next one is also very important, guard seals. So when you're grappling, ground fighting, it's very important to have a tight guard, being able to bring your knees to your chest, to your shoulders. This will seal your guard and help prevent somebody from coming in and passing your guard. So it's very simple. We're going to do that as an ab exercise, starting with the legs extended and then bringing the knees to the shoulders, like so. I'm going to hold it for about 3 to 5 seconds. Re-extend, breathe in, breathe out and squeeze. Try to allow no space. Knee all the way to the shoulder in contact. It's going to take some work. You're most likely going to start like being like this at the beginning, but when you practice with time, you will be able to bring the knees all the way to the shoulders and keep them there for at least 2 to 3 seconds. Like so. You could do it with your legs bent like this or with the feet up like this. Doesn't really matter. You can practice both variations. Do this one also for about 45 seconds to a minute or something like 12 reps to 20 reps, depending on how much time you have to work out your abs. All right, next exercise is the candle. Very important to work on your hip elevation. This is going to be important for your guard retention, but also for your guard attacks, specifically like the triangle choke, being able to reach your hips high and then choke the person that's on top of you. So very simple, do candle, bringing the knees up like this to the chest, elbows planted on the mat, and then we shoot the feet up straight to the ceiling, pressing the shoulders into the mat, and then control the descent and extend like so. Breathe out as you go up. Breathe in as you go down. You really want to control the descent in this case. This is where you do most of the work, is on your way down. Keep a nice contraction in the abs. Little trick over here for more stability, send your feet backwards behind your head a little bit. Here, this helps with stability on the ground. Again, breathing out and controlling the descent, going forward. Again, we're gonna do that for about 12 to 20 reps, 45 seconds to a minute until you feel a good burn. Next one, very similar, also working on the hip elevation, but now we're gonna be working the obliques. We call it a hip twist. So for this one, flatten out the hands here for more stability, get the legs up in the air and the hips up in the air, and then twist 180 degrees and control the descent. So now you notice my bum is facing in one direction and the toes is facing in the other. So again, lift, twist, and control the descent on the way down. Breathe out, breathe in. Here, a nice twist on both sides, pointing the toes in one direction and the hips in the other. Getting the hips nice and far off the mat. And again, we're doing most of the work here on the way down. So we want to have a nice contraction in the abs, and this is going to be very important also for your guard retention and for some attacks from the bottom. And last one, also very good for the obliques, the windshield wiper twist. This is going to be very good to practice your sweeping motion when you want to reverse the position from the bottom. So we're here, legs apart, getting one toe to the opposite side as far as you can on one side, still stabilizing with the hands. Again, switch, get the other toe nice and light to touch the mat over here, and so on. Start slow, and then as you get more comfortable, you can work on the acceleration on both sides, keeping the hands on the mat for stability, and go as fast as you can with the transition and slowing yourself down on both sides, re-accelerating into the motion. Very good workout for the obliques, working the side of the abs and good core strength. All right, so these are the 5 grappling-specific ab exercises that you should practice on a regular basis to improve your ground fighting skills. There are also other ab exercises that you can do. A couple ideas, here they are. Regular crunches, so feet on the ground. Here, just getting the upper body off the ground. Make sure your hips are off the ground when you do this as well. Flex the abs and back down. Crunches like this, or with the legs in the air. Again, hips off the ground, shoulders off the ground, like so. You can do V-sits as well, so extension and bring the knees up like this. Here and here, controlling the descent. You can do that with a twist as well. So one leg straight, elbow to the knee. That's another good one. You can do jackknives, so those are a little bit more advanced. So legs and arms extended, body off the ground, toes off the ground, touch and control down. V-sits, jackknives. And you can also do regular leg raises. So just getting the legs up and down, just like that. For a little bit more ease, put the hands underneath the hips like this. It's gonna make it a little bit easier. And if you have a partner, they can push your legs down, so you need to come up with more power. And you can also do, for the obliques, you can do side crunches. So being on your side like this, here, and getting the feet off the ground and shoulders off the ground here, crunching the side of the abs like so. So feel a good burn on the side. Be careful not to prop yourself up with the elbow, okay? So you really want to work with the core muscles over here, and then obviously you can do it on the other side as well. Side crunches, like so. And you can also do heel touches. So hips off the mat, shoulders off the mat, just going to one side and touching the heels here on both sides. Also a good exercise for the obliques. All right, so those are your 5 grappling-specific ab exercises with a couple bonuses. So, quick recap. First one, you got your banana rocking. Very important to be able to make a round back and move freely on the ground. Second one, very important for guard retention, guard seals. Bring both knees to the shoulders, either both at a time or one side at a time. Guard seals. Number 3, very important for hip elevation, candles. Getting your hips nice and far off the ground, feet to the ceiling, and controlling the descent to really work on that eccentric contraction in the abs. Number 4, a little variant on this, hip switch. So also working on hip elevation, but then working on the obliques to be able to twist nice and far, 180 degrees on both sides. Also very important exercise for guard retention and for some attacks that we're going to be doing from the bottom guard position. And the last one is your windshield wiper twists. So getting your feet nice and far on both sides, crossing over the feet, getting far, stabilizing with the hands, and working on that acceleration and slowdown on both sides. Basic movement that's going to be really important for your sweeps from bottom guard or reversing the position from the bottom. So this video is part of a mini series that we're doing on bodyweight fitness training. So as you probably know already, being in great shape is an essential part of becoming an effective martial artist. You want to be strong, you want to have good endurance, good flexibility, and good agility for your techniques to work. Now what I recommend, it's good if you do your fitness training on your own on different days or different times in the day than your martial arts training. If you have access to a gym, that's great as well. Machines, free weights are going to help you become stronger. But if you don't, you can do these exercises with absolutely no equipment necessary. So no equipment, no excuses. If you have a floor, you can do these. So you can do these right after class, do one body part per day. So we got a different body parts per video. We're going to do abs, chest, back and legs, and you want to cycle through those different routines maybe on a once a week basis, but it's okay if you only get around to it at once every 2 weeks. That's what we've been doing in our classes with our students, and we've seen a great improvement in their strength so far. So if you're an instructor, a teacher, or a coach, you can integrate these little segments into your classes and make sure your students develop nice overall body strength with good muscle balance. So not only working on one same muscle groups, always push-ups or always abs, you have good stability and good balance between the muscle groups, so you develop a complete fitness program. So hope you've enjoyed. If you did, click the like button. The video will appear in your liked videos. Add it to a playlist if you wanted to come back to it easily. Leave a comment below if you have anything to say, any questions or any feedback. We always love to hear you guys' comments in the comment section below. And if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe right now to our channel to stay tuned for some more fitness training and awesome martial arts video tutorials for every range of fighting, striking, grappling, and wrestling. Till next time, I'm Patrick Phillip. This is Effective Martial Arts. Practice well, and we'll see you on the next one.